For the past 17 years, a special white horse named Jenny has strolled alone through the charming streets of Feckenheim. Her daily walks have been a soothing part of the town's rhythm until one day she did something truly extraordinary. While it's not unusual for outdoor cats to wander or for dogs to roam their neighborhoods, Feckenheim's streets are graced by a different kind of visitor. Here it's a beautiful Arabian mare named Jenny who takes her leisurely strolls every morning without a handler. Jenny isn't a stray. She's deeply loved and well cared for by her owner Werner, who, along with his wife, has cherished her for over 25 years. In the past, Werner would spend countless hours with Jenny, riding her around their farm and exploring the nearby streets together. Sadly, as Werner grew older, he could no longer keep up with his active lifestyle. Although he can't ride or walk Jenny anymore, his beloved mare continues to wander the streets, embodying a legacy of love and companionship. Werner fondly remembers the days when Jenny was part of a lively caravan with their second mare, Charlie. They also had a spirited white shepherd named Evita, who was as much a part of the team as anyone. Over the years, Charlie passed away, leaving Jenny in the loving company of Werner, his wife Anna, and the endearing Evita. When Werner and Jenny used to ride, Evita would often join them, adding to the joy of their outings. As Werner grew older and his rides became less frequent, he began to worry that Jenny might be feeling bored and restless. Horses, like all animals, need their share of enrichment and exercise. Jenny, having spent her life as an active caravan horse, would surely miss the exercise she once enjoyed. One day Werner decided to give Jenny a taste of freedom. He let her out of her stall to roam his property, hoping the open space would allow her to stretch her legs and enjoy herself. Jenny was ecstatic, galloping around with a joy that was palpable. But Werner noticed something different about Jenny that day. Instead of heading back to the stables, she lingered by the fence, looking at him with those wise eyes. It was clear she missed her street walks. Many might not realize just how social and affectionate horses can be, but Werner, with his years of experience with animals, understood their unique personalities. Jenny, in particular, loved meeting people and soaking in the quiet charm of the streets. With a resigned sigh, Werner walked over to the fence and opened the latch. Jenny trotted out eagerly, her excitement evident. Though Werner was a bit anxious, he trusted Jenny would return safely. The townspeople, who knew Jenny well, would be pleased to see her out and about. True to her nature, Jenny came back home just before noon, right in time for her midday meal. Werner, relieved but still worried, had received a few calls from concerned friends asking if he knew Jenny had run away. He reassured them that she hadn't run away at all, she was simply enjoying her walk. For the next few days, Werner let Jenny enjoy her morning walks, and like clockwork, she would return home right before noon. Werner often joked that Jenny must have a built-in timer reminding her it was mealtime. That was several years ago, and since then, Jenny's daily strolls became a cherished routine, and the locals had grown fond of their 25-year-old mare. To keep everyone informed, Jenny wore a note around her neck that read, "My name is Jenny. I didn't run away, I'm just out for a walk. Thank you." The note also included Werner's address and phone number, just in case anyone needed to reach him. As Jenny trotted through town, she was greeted warmly by residents who would pet her, offer her apples and treats, and keep a watchful eye on her. Drivers would pause to let her cross the street, and at the tram station, Jenny had a special rapport with the driver and the staff. Though she was an unusual kind of celebrity, Jenny was adored by everyone in town, and the feeling was mutual. Jenny's fame even reached the local police. Newcomers would sometimes call them about an unattended horse, prompting the police to check in with Werner. He always reassured them that Jenny was perfectly fine. Jenny was so clever that she knew how to wait for traffic lights, and her only mischief was nibbling on the occasional rose bush. For over a decade, her routine had been smooth and uneventful, until one day, when Jenny had a surprising encounter with a baby. On one of her usual strolls, Jenny had an unexpected encounter with a man who was out walking his 2 dogs and pushing his baby in a stroller. New to the area, he was taken aback to see a horse approach him and his baby. His little girl had been crying inconsolably, and he was at a loss for how to comfort her. He certainly wasn't prepared for any reaction from a horse. When Jenny gently nudged the baby's hand and peered into the stroller with her soft, curious eyes, the man was stunned. This horse, strong and imposing, could have been intimidating. Yet Jenny's touch was surprisingly gentle. To his amazement, the baby's cries ceased almost immediately, replaced by a peaceful smile and soft giggles, as if Jenny had worked magic. Jenny simply continued her walk, casually nibbling on a rose bush a little further down the road. The father, still in awe, eagerly shared the story with everyone he knew, and Jenny's charm only grew among the townspeople. A journalist caught wind of Jenny's heartwarming story and posted it on social media. While many people shared their own tales of horses making a difference and being cherished in their communities, the response was mixed. Some expressed concern about Werner's decision to let Jenny roam unsupervised, raising worries about her safety and the potential risks to others. Despite this, Jenny's endearing nature continued to win hearts, proving that her special bond with the town was something truly magical. The people of Feckenheim found the criticisms about Jenny quite absurd. They all adored her and were more than willing to help if she ever faced any issues. It was a community effort to look after their beloved mare, and they were always ready to lend a helping hoof. Werner made sure Jenny had regular vet checkups, and the vet was always impressed by her intelligence, alertness, and overall well-being. Jenny's daily walks kept her fit and healthy, and in all her 17 years of strolling through Feckenheim, there had been no negative incidents. The locals had come to expect her charming presence, while tourists were often amazed. Jenny had become such a local icon that there was usually someone around to explain her story. Sadly, Jenny passed away this year. Despite her absence, she will always be cherished as the friendliest horse Feckenheim has ever known. Imagine having a Jenny in every town. What a wonderful world that would be. Share your thoughts on Jenny's heartwarming story and her legacy in Feckenheim. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.